I think New Year's resolutions are a scam.
Why, you may ask? Well, think about it. Less than 8% of people actually follow through with their New Year's resolutions, which in my opinion just means that the concept of New Year's resolutions is dead. Just the concept though. This is why. When you think about New Year's resolutions, you begin to conjure up this whole hodgepodge of ideas of things that you need to change about yourselves in order to have a successful new year. We end up making a list of like 10 to a million things that we're gonna change come January 1st. And then by January 20th, it's all but forgotten, literally. It's like we didn't even make those goals in the first place. So this is why I think the entire method of creating and conjuring up New Year's resolution is flawed. And the entire process is not efficient in order for us to reach our goals. It almost feels like when January 1st rolls around, we kind of misinterpret what a New Year's resolution is. A New Year's resolution is just a goal. It's a goal, it's a better habit, and if track has taught me anything, is that when you are going after a goal or you are trying to change a different habit or a habit that you already have, it's better to just go after one or two things, focus on that, and literally go after it. So I'll give you guys a real life example, and I'll use the triple jump because I'm a triple jumper, but I'm learning a new technique. And the new technique requires me to basically relearn everything that I've already learned. So let's just simplify it and say I need to learn 5 to 10 new skills in order for me to achieve this new technique and jump farther. And when you simplify it that way, like, okay, like just 5 to 10 new skills over X amount of years, that's fine, right? But then you have to also think about the things that you need to unlearn. And when I was thinking about like making new healthy habits and even just like chatting with you guys about it, I didn't want to just erase the fact that there are things that we have to unlearn in order to make healthy habits, because we're gonna see all of these gurus online saying, yeah, just do this, just do that. And it's like, dude, you have to unlearn some things first before you can go after all of these things. Not saying that like a habit like making your bed is going to take a lot of unlearning, but let's say that you are trying to eat healthier. You have to unlearn some of your unhealthy eating habits. Or let's say in my example, I have to unlearn 8 years of my own jumping experience in order for me to take on this new habit and this new skill in order for me to reach my ultimate goal. So all of it goes into one thing, and it's not something that we can just erase. So before we watch a ton of videos about how we should be changing and the 10 healthy habits that we should be making in the new year and all that stuff, I think it's really important to have like the fundamentals of what it takes in order to reach our goals, and honestly the 3 things that we should be considering when it comes to forming healthier habits and making these big changes in our lives, because it's gonna take a lot more than just manifesting it and hoping that it happens. So here are 3 things that I use in order to reach my goals, and I really hope that they help you. The first thing to consider is, have you narrowed down your focus and your goal? And you probably hear this a lot, but have you narrowed it down? Like, do you have 10 things on your list? If you do, maybe you should shorten it down to maybe 3 things or 2 things that you really want to focus on for X amount of months or for a year, so that you can actually achieve that goal and you can put your focus into that. If you have too many things going on, you're not going to be able to focus. And at least in my own experience, when I am triple jumping, when I think about 10 million things before I'm about to jump, I'm not able to execute any one of them. But when I think about maybe 1 or 2 things, whether that is getting my arms back faster or running all the way to the board, those are things that I can think about, execute, and the rest of my jump comes together. So narrowing down your focus to 1 to 3 things really helps. The second is, have you defined your version of success? And this means, have you set daily, weekly, and monthly goals? And before that scares you, don't worry, it's not that crazy. Basically, what it is that your daily goal is what it takes for you to feel like you actually succeeded that day. So let's say water, for example. If you want to drink enough water and stay hydrated, then your daily goal could be like, I want to drink 64 ounces a day. Then when you move on to your weekly goal could be, realistically, I want to achieve my daily goal 5 times out of the 7 days of the week. Give yourself some grace and you're more likely to achieve it. And then your monthly goal could be like, out of the 4 weeks in a month, I want to have 3 weeks where I'm successful. That way you can define the entire month as success and the weeks in the day, and you'll just feel more motivated to continue going. And the last thing is, what is your purpose and what is your why? To be honest, you probably hear this all the time and it's probably sounding super redundant by now, but coming from someone who's going after their Olympic goals and who is training in a world that is completely different than collegiate athletics, I can promise you that knowing your purpose, understanding your why, understanding your own intrinsic motivation is going to skyrocket you towards your goals faster than anything else. Because if you don't have a reason of why you're doing this, you don't have a reason of why you actually want to achieve your goals, it's going to be way harder to actually do it. And you're gonna find ways in order to not do it easily. So for me, let's say, obviously I have my Olympic goals, I also have smaller goals as well. What motivates me is, okay, I want to qualify. So that means I need to go to practice and I need to work hard at practice even when I don't want to, because my end goal is to qualify for the Olympics, it's to get a sponsorship, it's to do all of those things. So on a smaller level, let's say like a smaller scale, let's say like you want to make your bed every day. If you don't have a reason for making your bed every day, you might find a day like you just don't do it. You skip it altogether. But let's say you put a purpose behind making your bed and you say that making your bed every day will help you feel more productive, and you know that making your bed every day helps you feel more productive because when you're more productive you are able to get the things that you need to get done. You're more likely, because you set that intention and that reasoning behind it, you're more likely to achieve that goal. And that's all it's about. That's really what it's about. It's getting there, it's finding your why, finding your purpose, finding your intention, and using that in order to propel you towards your goal. And that's what it's about. That's how you make healthy habits. That's how you reach your goals. And those are like the fundamentals of how it all works. And that's why the concept of New Year's resolutions is a scam, and we should just be practicing better habits and setting goals and not even calling them New Year's resolutions, because that just seems like you're just gonna forget them by the end of January, and come February you're gonna be like,
same old me,
instead of working towards things that you've been working on. So I hope that this video was super helpful for you, and I'm glad we got to have this little talk between me and you. And yeah, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos from me and have more awesome chats, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Just like that, I'll see you guys next week. Bye guys.